Hey, it's Ross Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Blades in the Dark, The Blind Eyes, Episode 6. In the last session, the Blind Eyes smuggled a hull, which is what they call ghost-powered robots in Blades in the Dark. And it went really well, and everything was fine, and definitely no lasting complications. Oh, wait, there was one. A demon was so impressed by their job, a demon who I have named Inkblood, has approached the group and wants them to do a job. And so this takes place at the lair, the grotto, as an inky black presence in the shadows, the darkest recesses of the grotto. Everyone is aware of the demon's presence, or of a presence, an unnatural presence. And it is speaking to all of you in your minds. So you all hear the same calm voice at the same time. And you get a sense that this is someone who, despite being very polite, is telling, not asking. And so it looks, well, Salty, it addresses you. Salty, I understand you are the leader of this organization. And I would very much like it if you were to do a favor for a friend of mine, a Lady Brogan. She has an apartment in Night Market, near the public house, the Red Lamp. You'll be able to find it easily. I want you to knock on her door and do whatever it is she asks you to do. And if you were to do this, I would be grateful. So grateful that I would not tell your enemies where you are and how to kill you. Doesn't this sound like a great arrangement?
Yeah, I thought y'all said this was a demon.
Yes, some simple minds do call me a demon.
He doesn't know that much. I'm not the leader.
Well, your other person, Vimes, is not here. He seems to be gone on a bender. So I look to you as or second in command.
I'm certainly not second in command. If anything, I am the leader. God, obviously.
Well, then, there you go. Vimes is on vacation right now. I will return him if you do this job. If you do not, well, you won't see Vimes again. And again, your enemies will know where you are.
Can I direct you to speak with my secretary, Flake?
Flake? Yes. I'm sorry, I thought you were what they call the muscle of this group. Did you?
Oh, he's bookkeeper.
Bookkeeper.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What do you want, creature from outer night?
I told you. Go to the apartment of Lady Brogan in Night Market near the Red Lamp and knock on her door and let them know.
Out of character, do I know Lady Brogan, considering I spent most of my time raised at the Red Lamp?
All right, yeah, sure. Yeah, she is a noblewoman near the Red Lamp. She who has an apartment near the Red Lamp. She has never frequented the Red Lamp, but you have heard the prostitutes gossip about her spending time at Night Market.
Yes, I know this Lady Brogan. She'll be easy. She will complain about the drinks in the street not being covered by brown paper sacks. She will whine about the care of the lawn. It will be fine.
Yes, there you go.
We will say a mean thing to a waitress and give her a big tip, and the job will be done.
Yes, obviously.
It's enough to appease them.
Yes, and I'll return Vimes, and I will keep your location secret. Well, doesn't that sound great?
Yes, Salty, demons are just like children. They are like royals. You must cave to their desires and humor them, and then you move on your way.
Very well. I leave you to your task. I give you a week. If not, their consequences will be dire. Goodbye. And the inky
I am glad I have negotiated this with you. Incorporeal being. Very good.
I've taught everybody that you have to no-sell demons or else they'll know they're important.
But I'm just looking at this while I'm sitting here arranging spark canisters and in the brief hope that it would protect me from a demon. It just sounded like he kidnapped Vimes and we're just working to pay. It's like pay that debt to him in air quotes.
Yeah. Think how much he'll owe us.
See, my thought on demons is that if you do that for them, they figure you're a good patsy, and they're gonna get more out of you later on. That's not an owing.
Talking about.
Honestly, I mean,
I was more talking about what Vimes will owe us for freeing him from a demon.
truth end is kind of,
Think of the leverage.
I'm concerned about what Vimes did do to get captured by a demon.
Look, this is
twice the leverage now.
This is kind of a win-win for us too. I mean, if we succeed, we get a payoff and a favor from a demon. If we fail, we're only out of Vimes.
Wow.
Brother Salvage, why do you distress? We are good. I will protect you. The shrapnel in my leg is covered with strong, fast-drying river silt. We are ready to go.
Dear God, I really need to
Peak
read
operational condition. Everything is 5x5s. We go ask lady what she want done.
Dear God, I need to check that.
Come, you will knock
out of the
on the
library.
door. You are adorable. Royals love you. Yes. I'm just sort of shooing him out the door to go do crimes with me.
Pushing while I have all my canisters in my hand.
All right. So are you all just heading straight to Night Market to Lady Brogan's apartment?
Of course. You just got to ask a rich lady what she wants done, and then you're done.
All right.
Yeah. I'm sure nothing more will come with this.
Jamie. Can our butler be Jamie?
God damn it.
Jamie, yes. All right. Yeah, Jamie, can you get that for us? A short time later, you make your way through the busy streets of Night Market, pass by the Red Lamp, and head up one of the fancier apartment buildings in the district, and knock on the door of Lady Brogan. A rather youngish butler actually answers that. Yes,
we sent Salvage first.
Okay. Yes.
Everyone agreed? Salty?
Yeah.
Yes, may I help you?
Yes, we are out of character right now. Are we actually identifying our group or anything, or just saying?
Totally. I'm just smoking on the street. Yeah, we're just all standing there. Just a real rogues gallery.
We
just
are
the doorbell.
here for a job.
A job. Oh.
So
And
we've been asked.
who sent you?
So an interested royal party.
Does that interesting royal party have a name?
I forgot what the demon's name was.
Inkblood.
Inkblood. One whose blood is ink.
Yes. Hold just a minute. He closes the door.
Okay, that didn't go nearly as bad as I thought it was. Good. If trapdoor opens up underneath me or something.
A minute later, he opens the door with a pistol pointed at your head. Right
That's
this
not what
way.
I figured.
Yes, right this way. Are there any others with you?
I'll just clap my hands.
Just everyone turns their back. Just
all right, so
all them. Just
are you coming in or not?
Oh, yeah, I'm coming in.
Okay.
You are
Obviously,
butler, yeah?
I don't think I have a choice.
I'm Jamie, the butler.
Jamie, you'll make the cucumber sandwiches?
Yes.
They're tiny, they are in triangles?
Lady Brogan. Yes, just give him what he wants. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes, we will receive them in the drawing room. Thank you very much, Jamie.
He lowers his
vodka
pistol.
first.
He lowers his pistol and goes to the kitchen.
Yes, cucumber sandwiches. Yeah.
So all of you make your way into the drawing room of the apartment, where Lady Brogan, also middle-aged, very, very expensive leisure wear, draping herself on a couch, smoking some sort of drug of I don't know, I forgot what the drugs are in that Blaze in the Dark. Something definitely not legal though. And she is besides the fireplace. Yeah. And she says, yes, I knew my gambit would pay off. You are the criminals that I asked for, bound by blood in order to do my bidding. Is that correct?
Yes.
Good. And you understand what the consequences will be quite dire if you don't do what I want.
So I think we can drop at least most of the pretense here. So yes, we understand we've been bound to this job, and there will be issues that will come up if we don't.
Consequences. Dire consequences. I was promised dire consequences if you do not fulfill this. Enough that your criminal minds would not dare attempt to do anything other than what I direct you to do. I just want to be clear. Crystal clear.
In the interest of clarity, we are also quite hungry.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jamie is
probably
making the
just
cucumber sandwiches.
Good. Well, this is sufficient to me.
Yes.
I will let my lesser negotiate the price. Then I shall wait for the cucumber sandwich.
Yes, I'm sorry. You in the mask, what were you saying?
Oh, I'm just going through her cigar box.
Yeah, just we're fleecing everything we can from whatever room she let us into.
All right. I would like it if you would not to so blatantly steal in front of me. You could at least do the honesty of asking me if you wanted something to smoke.
Audra, toss me one.
Here you go. Here's a fine one.
Yes, it's very nice and silk short.
See, this is our part of the bargain too. You have to deal with this.
That's why I'm not worried about the nouveau riche. They simply lack the manners of the true elite. No matter how much money you get, you can't hide your origins. But that's another matter. I want you to get a hull. I've been told that you know what those are and you know how to handle them.
We've had recent experience.
Well, this is a very particular hull, an experimental hull. It is Dr. Strathmill's carriage of clarity. It is. I have found the ship that it is on. Well, it is on the Black Candle, which is currently anchored in the channel. So it is the size. It is a carriage, so it will be quite large and awkward to get off. But I need you to take it to a certain chapel in Whitecrowne at a particular time. You see, I want to give it as a wedding gift to a certain wedding. Now. So you have to procure it and obviously not raise an alarm. People can't know that it's missing until after the wedding. And this Dr. Strathmill's carriage of clarity is a most peculiar hull. It is not just a carriage; it is also a musical instrument. It is. I've been told it would be called a calliope. And this calliope is the most unusual property. But I suggest you all secure it in a location. You all play it in front of yourselves once, because once you can only be subjected to its effects once. And so when you take it to the wedding chapel, I want to make sure that you're all immune to it. You understand? So you can make sure that it gets there, and but I want you to give this wedding gift to and attribute it to using this card. She points to a card on a nearby table. And of course, the wedding gifts are not unwrapped until after the wedding itself. So you will have to ensure that the gift is not removed, that the various attendants and servants do not discover this ruse. So you might want to infiltrate the wedding somehow, whether by a servant or as guest. I leave it up to you, but I want the wedding groom and bride to be subjected to the effects of the carriage of clarity.
And what exactly are the effects we are discussing?
Well, I have been told that the first time you hear the music of the calliope, it makes you reveal most uncomfortable truths about yourself.
So, okay. So that at least brings up the clarity portion of it too.
Is booze, yes, good at every wedding.
So, but
far
just
more
highly
than booze.
concentrated.
Speaking of, it is very late in the day. I think. Where is Jamie?
Jamie comes in with a tray of cucumber sandwiches. And
I take the tray. These will be wonderful. My friends would like some as well. Again, eating the tray of cucumber sandwiches.
The little triangles and everything.
But the question being that I think is, what information are you hoping to get out of, I'm guessing, the bride and bridegroom?
Well, it doesn't matter. I've been told that it is rather random. I simply want the spectacle.
So you want everybody in the higher echelons of society to just spill their supposed, that's like most horrible secrets, and watch the fallout.
Yes, if you're to be so crude. Yes.
Well, I think just, basic is the more word here. Fine. Although it's like, instead of having to, at least, I understand the effects on us right now might not be as much of an issue, but is there any way it would be more prudent to find something to just protect our hearing from this, so we weren't
I suppose not, but I would imagine the most uncomfortable truth would be that you were the ones who perpetrated this crime, and if you were to be forced to reveal that in public, they would not let you leave that chapel alive. So, or you might reveal my involvement with this. That way, I would prefer that you subject yourself to it, because it can only affect you once.
That's a real low bar for my most uncomfortable truth, but okay.
Well, I understand that the carriage, the uncomfortable truths are contextual. Perhaps in that context of being infiltrating the wedding, perhaps that would be more uncomfortable than something the others would not care, even understand. So I do this because of my own enlightened self-interest, so to speak. I do not want you to reveal my secrets.
Mr. Salty, what do you think of this job?
I mean, it's fine.
You have heard it here. I merely consult because I am a good leader and a mass negotiator. We will go steal your magic booze. Yes,
it is a carriage.
A carriage full of magic booze. Yes, I understand. We go. It is done. It is done for you.
Oh, well, excellent.
I will take this decanter of brandy and this one to make sure that the magic booze can be discerned between, and we will go.
All right.
I just start filling my tray with things I can carry, including cucumber sandwiches, and walking out.
Just
all right.
Really play into her stereotypes and just pick the crust off the sandwiches and drop it on the floor.
All right.
Oh, yeah. No. I lit my cigar by using flint and kindling on a table. Yeah. Really want to drive it home.
There's just a loud sigh from Lady Brogan.
So you'll have to forgive him, Synthesia and all that.
Well, the wedding is in 5 days. Here is a wedding invitation that I have procured that is legitimate, but the name is blank. So, and it is for a +1. So, at least 2 of you can infiltrate if you can pass yourselves as members of high society. But you may be asked to make small talk, and the names of the groom and bride are on the invitation. You can do your own research. I leave it to you, but make sure that the wedding happens. Make sure that the unwrapping of the gifts is public, and that the carriage plays for all the guests, especially the bride and groom.
Well, we will make sure that is done. So if they'll hear the music of truth, unfortunately. So
yes. And obviously, if you reveal my name or my involvement in it, I'll have Inkblood kill you in your sleep, in your dreams, which will be quite real when he kills you. Well,
I get it.
Yes.
So we
Salvage, ask if there are any more caveats and conditions. I'm sticking like a bronze statue down my pants. Just
please,
just looting the place during the
just
talk.
Go now. Everything in this apartment is expendable, but because I'm slumming it in night markets. But geez, please just have
When she says that, I laugh and rip off a light fixture. Ha ha!
So you might want to tell us right now, or at least you'll be 3 sconces down.
Jamie just takes the pistol out again and says, "Get out." He doesn't
Flake
have it
fucking
pointed
loves
at your
guns,
head
dude.
yet, but he's ready to raise it. So
That
Yeah.
that won't help.
Don't
I
shoot
find
him.
the hospitality of these high class situations greatly overstated. We will leave. We will leave.
all right,
For we are classy. We are classy criminals.
You're very classy, the classiest,
Mhm.
really. All right. So now you know your job in order to rescue Vimes and to they remember she didn't offer any money for this. She's doing this just to rescue Vimes and to keep the demon from killing y'all. So how do you want to tackle this? You could do I'll give everybody a gather information check of some sort in order to what do you call it? Find out stuff. So, Salty, do you want to, what do you want to, is there anything you want to figure out first? And if so, how do you want to try and figure it out?
I'm not sure how to go about that.
Well, you could, the first job is getting the carriage itself. You know, it's on a ship called the Black Candle that is anchored in the channel somewhere. You don't know exactly where, and you don't know who owns the ship, and you don't know what kind of defenses there are on it.
What's the one shipping gang that we're actually friendly with,
Shipping gang
or smuggling gang?
smuggling.
The Deathland Scavengers.
Yeah, do you think they might know? Do you guys think they might know?
They could know. Yeah. A consort check would talking to them. You can go talk to Richter. That would or a sway. That either one would probably help. And
Okay.
It's gather information, Salty, so you can try and do that if you remember the dice.
One
thing.
second.
Yeah.
Where
Got
do
a,
we go?
got a 4.
Okay.
So another.
Well,
go
hold
ahead.
on. Let me do this. Yeah, first.
Yeah.
So they have some information for you. They say, the Black Candle has actually been anchored in the channel for a long time. They think it's more of a floating, well, not a prison, although people have been taken there. It's like a floating black site. They don't know what group owns it, though, but they're definitely in a group associated with fighting or containing the supernatural or natural. So maybe not the Bluecoats, but there's a number of suspect organizations. But there's somebody who's trying to that has opposed that they've actually intercepted things the scavengers have tried to smuggle in before, and they have the scavengers have scouts that have watched these intercepted shipments get put on the Black Candle. It's a very large ship. It is normally very well guarded. There is that.
Are they bringing it to a? They're bringing in a carriage, right?
Yeah, it's a carriage. So it is anchored close enough to the dock that a crane can be used to move shipments in. So it's basically, you can almost jump from the dock to the ship, or you could definitely climb a chain to it. So normally there is a crane that lifts heavy things in there and out. So it is got actually freight elevators in it. It is a very, very large cargo ship, but it has been anchored in there for a long ass time.
Do we know how big it is?
It's one of the larger ships. It's like the
Calliope thing. Sorry.
Oh, it's like the size of a horse carriage. About that size and shape. So, if you look up what a Calliope looks like, it looks kind of like that. It's a big old steam-powered organ on wheels. Well, at least like a circus one. Yeah.
The actual truth it delivers is it reads lotto numbers to you.
Yeah, so think like a circus Calliope.
Okay.
Horse-drawn circus Calliope. Yeah.
Would it be possible to go ahead and maybe do a survey to gather information on Straightmill?
Strathmill, that would be study.
Or study for a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe information about why this was created, who.
All right, this will be controlled. You're just going through books at various libraries and other sources to find things out. Yeah.
No problem. I am going to go ahead and spend a stress to get a pump.
Spend 2 stress.
Stress, yeah. So
Because that pushing yourself takes 2 stress.
Yeah. So it'll be probably one of the few ones I do. Does anybody else want to help me study this, or?
I'm going to take
it would be
pretty much the
better
first time I roll something.
for stress management. Like, I'll just help you and take 1.
Okay.
Like, there's no reason to burn a push yourself if you don't have much stress this session.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
On just
all right,
a controlled research check.
All right. Thanks. Then all right.
Yep.
2d6. So.
And it's controlled.
Yes, partial success.
Dr. Strathmill was a well-known artificer from about a generation ago. His inventions were quite whimsical and mind-affecting. He made a lot of different hulls, some of which are still in use, but he was very transgressive and sort of, even though he was patronized by, he had a lot of rich patrons, he kind of antagonized them a lot by making inventions that embarrassed them or sort of broke their minds. Well, not broke their minds, but, sort of like freaked them out. And so he was arrested on various crimes of heresy and just, trying to create vampires and consorting with demons. And then no one knows what happened to him. He seemed to have disappeared while he was in Iron Hook prison. Some people think he was killed. Some people think he escaped. Some people think he's being forced to work against his will to this day. No one's quite sure. But yeah, you definitely get some idea on how to activate it safely. At least, you can turn it on and off now.
Without it being a concern. So
yeah, but it's a very loud thing. It makes calliope music. It's steam powered and ghost powered. So yeah.
Who runs the crane?
The crane is just run by normal dock workers, as far as you know. Although the people who run the Black Candle, the Devlin Scavengers have told you when there's a shipment, when they unload or load something on the Black Candle, they tend to clear the docks and have armed guards watching it out. So, yeah.
Flake has a plan.
Okay.
Get some Union boys to help us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a racer?
You started it, pal. You put it on the ship.
Yeah, I did put it
Well,
on the ship. Yeah.
Should I propose it in character or out of character? Why would Flake think?
Flake knows Union guys can be useful.
Okay. I guess I'll do it in character. I have a plan. I was beaten many times in the orphanage, but the worst time was when they hung you from rafters. It's no fun to be in fight when swinging from rigging. We take it on the crane. You take the crane, perhaps it is a windy day, perhaps there's cloud cover. Who's to say what goes down the rope of the crane? Who's to say why those men fell from it? Anyway, the crane is done now. There is a carriage on the dock with a strong driver who looks very much dressed in the clothes of the other men. And who is to say what happened? The weak point is when suspended in air. It's always good to keep your feet beneath you.
Well, let's say part of your job is ideally to make sure no one knows that it's missing. So
but what if there is a terrible storm during the crane operation? Perhaps we cannot see what is up there.
That's true. There could be, if there was a storm.
If only we had someone who could magically control the weather.
Boy, do you. Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I think instead of severe, like a storm, maybe like just a heavy fog bank. That way lightning doesn't strike the crane or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can start the weather, but I can't control it once it's in motion.
Yeah, or if necessary, we can supplement those with like smoke bombs or anything else in the background if we can't get enough cover.
That becomes loud then.
Well, a smoke bomb. It's not an exploding smoke bomb. It's just
but it's a smoke bomb. They're pretty noticeable by their nature.
Well, that's why I rig them up first right now, so it's in succession and they're hidden. So if it needs, it's supplement. So this is just in case something goes wrong.
All right.
I have become very attached to the idea of throwing men to their deaths from a very tall crane. So this is my vote. Just saying. He's good image.
Let's do it.
Okay, so if you want to do the weather ritual, which you do know, let's see here. How is it weird? I mean, I guess it is...
Ghost fog.
Ghost fog? Okay. That's fair.
Thank you, Baz.
That's good. That's the secret is when you don't know the answer, just put ghost in front of it.
I mean, in Blades in the Dark, that is pretty much true. So, in order to perform the ritual, I forgot, did you already write this out, or are we just making the ritual up on the fly?
Well, it depends. We can make up a new one if you want. Or you could say I'm modifying the one I used to control weather for ship, because it is based around weather around ships. So
I would say you're modifying that one. So what do you normally have to do for that ritual?
Spend a lot of stress.
Yeah.
To cast it the day before.
Yeah. So if you look on 221, there's the magnitude scale, and so basically this is going to be additive in terms of area / scale, duration / range, tier and quality / force. So what I will let you do is it's a group ritual, so everyone can spend stress on this. You're all linking hands and chanting. And so basically, how big do you want this to be? How long do you want it to last? And how strong is it going to be? Like, how dense is the fog going to be?
So it normally for the big effects costs like 4 stress. I think just going by what I went in the book.
I gave you one.
Each spend 1. You're saying?
Yeah, I spend 1.
Instead of you spend 4. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody else joining hands?
I'll spend 1.
Hold hands.
Okay. Now I'll just say, in order to do this, normally it says you have to spend a downtime activity. I'll just say you have to give up your downtime activity when you finish the heist.
Sure.
Yeah. So that'll resolve that. Now I will say, this is obviously going to be risky. It's not going to be desperate because you do have time to prepare. You're not just improvising it. And you can get pretty close to the crane. Before they don't have a huge guard on right now. There's a couple guards wandering around near the crane. They also have a gangplank ladder for the black candle, so people can walk on and off the ship. So that's down. So they're clearly not on high alert because the ladder's down, or the gangplank is down. So you get pretty close to it. You can chant for an hour while watching it and wait for the fog bank to roll over. I would say...
Are you saying there needs to be a roll for this? Because you usually only roll for a ritual if it's like dangerous.
Well, because it is dangerous because you're modifying it. It's not the same.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're changing the requirements. Because you're trying to create storms rather than quell them. And you've almost always quelled them before. That's what you tried to do. So that's why it's risky. So you could screw up and inadvertently make it calmer and clearer without meaning to. That would be a failure, actually, is that it's really great weather and very visible. So unusually bright and calm. And a partial one will be a slower, lesser duration. So it's a risky attune roll.
We have a question. Is it ever daytime in this game?
No, but there are times when like the moonlight comes in. Like there is moonlight, I believe. So
I was just like envisioning like you just summoned a sunny day in Duskfall, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
The reckoning has come.
Yeah. So, there are times of higher visibility than others, is my understanding of it. So, in my headcanon. So, yeah. Do you get a clear moonlit light or do you get actual foggy weather?
The day moon.
Yeah.
Do it, Audra.
Am I doing it right? Do you want me to roll right now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, attune, people are assisting. I'm going to burn extra stress for a dot.
6. Yes.
All right. It'll last about an hour, and you can move while it's doing it. You'll sense when it leaves, when it's about to dissipate. But the fog You channel supernatural energies. You can feel the burn in your veins, but the condensation picks up. The humidity goes off the charts. Fog. Soon it's hard to see in front of your face. It is quite thick. It is quite oppressive. Yeah, it's foggy AF. So yeah, if you want to
do we want to send all of us up there? Do we just want me up there and then I steer the carriage to pick you guys up? What do we want to do?
What would we need to operate it? Do we do something? Is the crane basically just force?
Well, here's the thing: we could put you up there to operate a crane. I don't know if you have crane operation skills.
It's not on the deck. That you can tell the carriage is not on the deck of the ship. You can see that side, so it must be in the cargo hold. So you're going to, at a minimum, go in the cargo hold, locate it, then move it to the cargo hatch, and put it under the cargo hatch. Open the cargo hatch, and then attach cables from the crane to lift it up.
And we don't want to do that. We want them to do all that. Mm-hmm. And then we take it over on the crane. So
okay. Well, then you have to social engineer to convince them to do that.
Yeah. But we have an in with the union, especially the dock workers. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So flashback. What'd you tell the dock workers?
Probably not me. Salty's our talker.
So what do you want me to do at the dock?
We need to either get get Salvage into operating the crane, or we need the crane operator to cooperate with us.
Yes.
Well, they're union boys, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You talk union. I don't know union politics.
Okay, can you come back me up?
Yeah, I'll back you up. It just, how about we use your sway as a union worker, and that can definitely help us. I don't know, convince them, because I don't think the union boys are going to be cool with us just going and using their crane.
I mean, a bribe would help with that, especially if you're just bribing one dock worker who's just doing this on the sly, and just you
could just go right like, dude, I'm really sorry, but my cousin's here and we need a scab for a day. Come on.
Hey, wait. This Calliope thing, we just have to play it at the wedding, right?
Yeah, it's across town.
We don't have to give it to anybody afterwards?
No, you just abandon it there.
No, fuck that.
No,
all right.
no, that's our new toy. Fuck yeah.
Okay. All right, I got a play. I have a play.
Okay.
Yeah,
do it.
We can do that.
Okay. Well, yeah, smuggling out. That's going to be another.
Can I meet with the union bosses? I don't think this is an open meeting. This is probably behind closed doors.
Yeah, of course. So there's Ogre, the union boss. He's like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing, Flake?"
I'm good, Ogre. How are you?
Forget about it. It's fine.
The children, they are good?
Yeah, they're all excited. The goat's back. Everyone's talking about the next game. They can't. Their training season's gonna start any day, in a couple days now.
Yes, children love goats. They are very delicious. Anyway, there is a ship coming into dock that is problematic for labor relations.
Which ship? What's it called?
It is a ship delivering some frippery for a wedding across town, but they care not for their weather reports. They demand crane operation during dangerous, low visibility conditions. No care for workers' safety. It is quite disgusting.
Okay. Yeah. I think I see what you're going for, but
we at the Blind Eyes, as members of the community, must show these capitalists that they cannot endanger the lives of workers for their bourgeoisie gadabout games. Perhaps an accident happens on that crane. Nothing too severe, but something that could have been prevented with strong weather forecasting. And maybe after this accident occurs and we sort of tamp down the fervor, maybe the thing they offload on the crane goes missing. Maybe it goes to the dock workers. Maybe the dock workers may do whatever they want with it. I mean, while we are being hypothetical, perhaps they could play some sort of magical calliope that makes people give up their secrets before labor negotiations. maybe this would be a strong thing to have, perhaps hidden under the Union House. This is all hypothetical.
All right, that's it sounds like a sway. It's trying to sound like you're trying to sway him over to your side. So that's going to be risky. You're asking him to take a lot of risk on.
Anyone giving me a die?
Yeah.
I will take a trauma to give myself another die. So
I can give you one more at least.
No,
so give yourself a trauma.
Only one person can assist.
That's it. Okay.
All right. I will do
devil's bargain it.
Oh yeah, you can devil's bargain if you don't want that.
Yeah, I'll do 3d6. It's okay. I had 2 trauma left anyway, so it wasn't
too stressed.
We were gonna go over anyway. Might as well clean the slate. Partial success.
A
4.
Look, we're not sabotaging no crane, but if you want
a pause, a brief pause in a crane.
Well, look, I'll give you let's see here. Hey, Cricket, get over here. You go with these guys, and they want you to operate a crane. You operate a crane. If they want you to, and if anybody gets in your way, you tell them the union's backing you up. You make a big stink. Tell them to talk to me, Ogre. How's that? Does that sound good?
Yes, Cricket will be our crane operator for the
but
day.
Put
him on schedule.
For this, I would like the union would like we're having our own charity for injured dock workers. You'd contribute a coin to that, wouldn't you?
If I had the coin, I certainly would.
He looks to you, Salty. Really? Nothing on you?
A coin?
Salty, how many coins do you have?
I mean,
what if I come across any magical song-making confession machines?
A coin, a bag of coins in the hand is worth 2 magical Calliopes in the ship.
Oh yes, that'll just
here's a coin.
Okay,
and another one goes sailing over his shoulder into the guy's hand.
Flashback. Of course, he would want a bribe. Here, take these coins for a bribe. All right, so mark off a coin. And all right, so you got a
1 coin bribe to a Victorian labor organizer is pretty light. We got a pretty cheap there.
Yeah, and I expect that Calliope. Well, forget about it. So the union workers are you got a Cricket, the union worker, the crane operator, who will do what he'll do what you ask him to, but he's not gonna go fight a guard or anything. Now, are you approaching? Were you waiting for the Black Candle to be operating the crane on its own, like they were making their own unloading thing, or are you just doing it when it's sort of in between hours for this operation? Is kind of the main question, I guess. So you do have a crane operator, and he will make a stink about the union, provide a distraction to the guards if you want. But you still don't know where the Calliope is in the cargo hold, and it is not currently ready to be lifted up. So that is also a slight problem. And yeah, the guards have no idea about this. So
if it's a magical Calliope, can I see it on the ghost?
That would be a separate attune check, but yeah, you could definitely. That would be risky. It is actually no. I'd say it's controlled right now because you're just sort of scoping it out,
hanging out, passive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not no big green X-ray ghost scanning.
Mm-hmm.
Just gathering info.
Yeah,
it is. 4.
All right. There's actually multiple artifacts on this ship, and there's some wards. So you cannot it's probably on the bottom deck of the cargo hold. There's multiple cargo level hold, or it's a 3-level cargo hold, but you guess it's powerful. It's on the bottom. But yeah, there's a lot of wards to sort of keep you from picking up too precise of information. So yeah, that's all you can get with a partial success.
Sure.
Unless you want to push yourself in, because you could make it risky. But this would subject you to the defenses. And you could take stress and or actual injuries if you
can't be injured.
Yeah. What do you mean you can't be injured?
Well, I'm saying I don't want to be.
Okay, well then you probably don't want to make that. You don't want to push it that far.
Well, could I possibly assist him right now, specifically before I maybe with a tinker roll to see about if there's anything I notice of how it's containing the ghost, or that's like cycling it to help?
Well, I mean, right now you're looking at the ship from you're all behind some crates, basically on the docks, looking at the black candle. And I'll say you could have flashed back and done this before you raised the storm, but it's the same situation. In order to get you can make the roll at control, but to just look at it, but you're not going to get great information. It's going to be much diminished effect, essentially, because you're just looking at a boat. So if you want to get better effect, you're going to have to, a better position. You're going to have to do something first, like sneak in to scout, or find somebody who works on the ship and kidnap them and interrogate them, for example. That's one option. I mean, you don't have to go that Black Ops route, but yeah.
We don't have to.
You don't have to, but you can. Yeah, I mean, think of all the ways you can get information. You could look to see if there's schematics of it. You still don't know which faction controls the Black Candle. They're being rather secretive.
Have we noticed any of the people that work at the I wonder if they're frequenting any of the locations around the area.
You can give me a survey check, Salty, controlled, and if you do that, we could say flashback. You went back, you cased the place for a bit, and monitored the people coming in and out of the ship.
Is it possible to give that survey check to someone else?
Oh.
I am bad at survey.
I would allow hunt too, because you're stalking them essentially. If you had better,
I am bad at hunt too.
Okay, well,
I was more of an idea than I'm going to go do this real quick.
Are you at least rolling one on that, Salty?
Yeah, I roll one.
Yeah,
I can give you a
if
nice
you're just
assist.
being passive and watching. I mean, diminished effect, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can give you at least one on that if you want.
All right, we'll try that.
Assist. Okay.
Yeah, we did really bad.
Well, it's controlled, so basically you're there's people. They're actually taking care to hide their identities. They're wearing masks or hoods. They're being pretty secretive. Just watching them from a distance, you didn't pick anybody up.
Hey guys, I'm going to say it. Maybe the fog wasn't the best idea if we needed to look.
Well,
at
I
things.
could say those all flashbacks
before the.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So
okay.
You're a smart crew. You would have waited to do the fog at the last possible minute. So you got the dock worker Cricket ready to do what you want. He's not going to fight any guards for you though, but you haven't yet figured out. It's on the bottom deck now, but that's about it. What do you want to do?
I mean, as part of our union connections, can we fake an inspection of the cargo for tariffs or something like that?
Yeah, you can make a check for documents for everyone has that on their loadout.
Oh, yeah, I have documents that I can bring out through my loadout. Just say, hey, this is that's official. We need to check your cargo and also your that's your boards. If anything's
I'm
rotted
gonna
out,
say
you're
it's
not
desperate right now because you don't know what faction is holding it, so you don't know how they would respond to that. So.
Okay, well, can we go figure that out first?
Yeah. How do you want to try and figure that out?
I don't know. Maybe I'm televisioning on union stuff, but I just don't know if they have access to shipping records. If Ogre can just pull, if they work the dock,
yeah, that would be a controlled study check to look up shipping records. Because with Cricket, yeah, he can get you into the warehouse or the archives and look that up. So yeah, a controlled study.
Okay. I mean, I can make that. I have two. Somebody else wants to do it or whatever.
No, I don't have any better. I have nothing in study.
No, and so I unfortunately not as much yet.
I have 1 dot in study.
Okay.
Well, you can assist for 1 stress then.
1 stress.
Uno stress.
Damn.
Crit.
All right. Well,
on a roll that really mattered.
Nice.
Yeah, on a roll that actually mattered. So with that, you get a much better effect, and this group is being very secretive, but you find out that they have they make a lot of references to Bellwether Crematorium, and the, let's see here, College of Immortal Studies at Duskfall Academy, and you realize that this the Black Candle is owned and operated by the Spirit Wardens, who operate in total secrecy and utterly anonymous. They cut all ties and have no friends, families, or close relations save their fellow wardens. These are the people who go around and make sure the place isn't flooded in ghosts, because everyone becomes ghosts when they die, unless they Spirit Wardens get them up and burn their bodies to destroy the spirits. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's easy then. We just march up there with some Union boys and just say their paperwork's real vague and we need to inspect their holds. Because they weren't specific enough on their paperwork.
All right, so that sway becomes a risky roll now, because you can push the guards, who are undoubtedly Spirit Wardens, in intimating that you know their secret or that you're cool with them or whatever. So
who's our swayer?
I can sway.
Oh yeah, that was Vimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Mr.
I'll sway.
All right.
Who wants to help me sway?
I'll go along with you. I'm persuasive in the background.
Well, you can pose
Way in the wind.
Union meathead. Like,
Yeah, you have
Flake
Cricket.
may not always.
Cricket's giving you better effect too, because he is an actual dock worker, and Ogre will back him up. They will undoubtedly seek to get that.
All right, I will attempt to sway this. Are we trying to sway the people on the boat?
Well, the guards on the docks, so you can get on the boat.
I have official union work. Union work. I need to speak with someone here who's in charge.
I thought we had cleared that with the union before. There was an understanding.
No. That's right here. It says the paperwork. It's not right.
He looked at the paperwork. Well, make your roll.
I spend too stressed up mine as well.
I also bonused you, so
yeah, you found probably their
2 4s.
All right, partial success. He says, "Well, here, I'll take the person in charge is on the ship. I will take you to them, and you can sort it up with that." So he's passing it up the ladder. So he'll get you on the ship, but he's not going to let you do the inspection until you talk to the captain or whoever runs the ship. So the three of you, Flake, Salty, and Cricket, head up the gangplank. Now there's only one guard on the dock. Let's see here. So you head up. He takes you to a cabin in the ship, and there's an old woman there. Looks quite grumpy. He says yes, and the guard quickly explains it. Says, "What? What kind of inspection do you need? This is quite irregular. We paid our dues to be allowed to operate. This ship is never going to leave anyway. You should know that by now. That this is basically a floating warehouse. Don't you understand?"
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I also understand there's been a large influx of smuggling operations taking place here, and
I assure you, we are the farthest thing from smugglers. You can. I'm
aware. I'm sure you are, but you know how it is. Dock security wants us to make sure everything's on the up and up. So we're just going to need to go through your holds and go back through the catalog again, and just scan everything back in.
Part of our understanding was that you would not be inventorying surveying our inventory. We had an understanding.
It's just an easy. We're just going to go in there. We're going to mark the box. I don't have to open them. We don't have to.
Under no circumstances can you open any of the crates.
We're not going to open the crates.
Are you looking for something specific?
Well, if I was looking for something specific, I'd tell you what it is I'm looking for. This is all on the table out in the open. I'm not trying to do any subterfuge with you. I just want to see your. I just need to mark these off on this.
It's been very quiet lately. We've been model people on this dock. I mean,
you have been, but have you heard of these blind eyes? They're very scary gentlemen. They slip in and out like shadows. I heard they are handsome and giant. We must be on alert for these nefarious criminals.
Oh, another gang. Oh, please. Yeah. They're all bottom feeders. And as soon as they'll be these blind eyes, I'm sure will meet their end within a year. And another group of miscreants with an equally ridiculous name will take their place. They're all just... They're like insects. They just spawn and die horrible deaths. It's
you had not heard of the blind eyes before?
I've long since learned that the names of these organizations matter little.
So you see, your understanding is limited, much like your stature. Allow us to do this paperwork, and we move on your way.
All right, this will be one more sway check. If you get a partial success, this will allow her. She will accompany you. If you get a full success, she will let you go on your own. And if you fail,
I'm re-assisting, I guess.
Yep.
Look, and this is what better opportunity to further distance yourself from people's opinions that you may be a criminal organization than to allow this completely legal, normal thing to take place.
All right. Yeah, go one more sway check.
You have an extra die from me, at least.
Yeah, I'm spending more.
Oh, no, the one time you're...
Oh, 6.
All right. She says, fine. I suppose if you just look at the things, you will be searched when you leave, though. Make sure of that, she points at the guard. You guys, yeah, of course. All right. And I will have words with Ogre very shortly. Cricket looks very uncomfortable with this. But yeah, they will let you inspect the cargo hold. So they take you to the cargo hold. You all with Cricket's help, it's only a matter of time before you find it because it's a very well organized and neatly tidy ship. But so finding it actually isn't a problem because it's also the size of a carriage because it's a crate the size of a carriage. The problem is that it's in an ectoplasm field to keep the spiritual energies from affecting anything else. And you're guessing it's probably going to hurt if you try and like touch it or try and move it to the cargo hatch to lift it up. So you're gonna have to deactivate. That would be
their job, right?
Yeah, that would be. So meanwhile, let's see here. Audra and Salvage, are you trying to sneak on board the ship?
Sneakers, man.
I have finesse, so
actually, you could. Well, I mean, if you want Salvage to disarm the thing, you probably need his help.
Why do we need to disarm it?
Well, because you can't move it if you don't just.
But turn the field. They need to move it. Like,
why would they?
They need to put the carriage on the dock.
Why?
So I think there's a slight confusion. We are taking it, but there is never ever going to be.
There was never a plan to move it. Oh,
on their end.
Well, that fucks my plan. Sorry, I had a deep confusion about that. I thought we were hijacking.
No, I mean,
well, we are, but. Not
you've only established so far that you can inspect it. Like you've never said anything about moving this particular thing. In fact, she specifically asked you if you're asking about something in particular, and you didn't. So
they're not. They have no plans to move this.
No, this is their black site. This is where they hold artifacts that they don't want anyone to have. Like you're heisting it, you're stealing it from them, so they're not moving it.
Is it the most valuable thing?
You have no idea. There's a bunch of crates in here. It's like the end of Indiana Jones,
Does it appear to be the most valuable thing?
It's the largest for sure.
Which to Flake is probably yes.
Yeah.
I know what Flake's plan is.
Okay.
If he's calling it audible, but I want to wait for the
stick other artifacts into his pants on his way out.
Well, they're going to try and save what's most valuable if the ship's on fire.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
that's Flake's decision. He's gonna seek consent before doing that. Yeah,
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take this in heart just from this one moment. It's not me setting things on fire. Not me.
Yeah,
I haven't done anything. I merely proposed it as a concept.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just standing there, look over at Flake. I'm like, Flake, I see that look in your eye. You're thinking Flake things, aren't you?
just smiling, staring in the middle distance.
You're thinking fire flakes.
Flames in my eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fire. That's the fire eye.
All right. So if you want to start a fire,
this would be a great time to plant an explosive.
yeah. Flashback. Of course, Salvage would have made a bomb for them, a little time bomb. So yeah, I would say you don't even have to make a roll if you have that on your sheet somewhere.
We probably need horses.
Yeah.
No, I do have grenades. Yes, so
yeah.
So I could have modified that.
Well, you could have made a time bomb out of it. So like,
yes.
Yeah. All right.
Easily.
All right. So this is a controlled tinker roll.
Okay.
If you get
all right. You say I get a plus one dice.
You have a workshop. No. Why? It's a controlled. That just means the consequences of failing are less.
Okay, no problem. I just wanted to make...
Yeah.
No, sorry, it was fading out.
If you fail, you can try again. If you get a partial, it's going to the timer's going to be a little off. So their next action will be slightly riskier. It would be otherwise. It'll go up one risk category depending on what they do.
Okay.
So
right.
and if you succeed, you succeed. So yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead and roll that.
Mm-hmm.
And perfect success. So nothing will go wrong. The fuse is perfect. The fuse is perfectly timed.
Yeah, it's perfectly timed. So Flake could have just stuck the grenade in a little corner while they were walking by near some, the pile of oily rags. Tossed it in the pile of oily rags. Is every ship in the city has an obligatory pile of oily rags.
Safety.
Yeah. So you find the crate, and right on time, there's an explosion and some fire, and the crew starts moving around. The guards start. There's a lot of everyone off the ship. But I'll say you're right. They do go to move the carriage first. They open up the cargo hatch, and they start trying to move it out as others start working to move the fire off. Get the carriage first.
We have horses.
Actually, I don't know if horses are in this setting or not.
Well, then how's the carriage work?
Well, it's a hull. It's like magically ghost.
It's just the size of a carriage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it looks like a carriage, but it's like a self-propelled like carriage because of, weird ass steam or weird ass ghost powers. Steampunk. Hey. Yeah. So, but here. Nope. That's not the right one. Where the fuck is my copy of Blades in the Dark?
Well, it'll be a lot easier without horses.
Yeah. If you can get off, if you can get it out of the crate and on the docks, you can just pilot it away. You already figured out how to operate it. No, this is a lot easier if it's just a fancy carjacking. So yeah, you just got to get out of the ship. So
how may we help, Captain?
Get off my ship and let my crew do their job. What happened? Did you see why it exploded?
Your ship. I was counting boxes. We will be on the dock if you need us.
Actually, no. Horses are in the game. They do mention goats and horses are still around. So
okay, we really need a horse. Horses that.
Well, I'll say, I mean, it's still a magical carriage, but like you can if you turn it on, it'll make more noise. So
we have to get it to the wedding before people realizing it's stolen. So basically, Crane Guy has to drop it behind some boxes. We have to uncrate the carriage, move it, and then seal up the crate, and then be like, "Yeah, see, it's right here."
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
and then fill it with some. Well, you need to fill the crate with some rock so it weighs the same.
Well, I mean, are they going to move it instantly after their fucking boat burns down? Like, I mean,
yeah, that's true.
We probably have an hour or two, and that's all we need. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the first step in this plan is taking over the crane without anyone realizing it. Cricket's on standby. You're hustled off the boat unless you still want to be on the boat for some reason.
Me and Cricket go up to the crane.
Okay. They have their own guy operating the crane.
Me and Cricket go up. to crane.
Yeah, you're there, but they have their own guy to operate the crane. He's like looking like, "What do you want? I'm busy."
Is it foggy?
Yeah, it's the fog's happened. Like, yeah, this is happening during the
I'm
fog.
just going to murder him then.
All right. Probably skirmish? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
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 Go all Dishonored on him.
I'm going to go at him with the chimney paws.
Yep. Go all Donnie Yen on him. Well, probably not that athletic, but,
Hey. You don't know about...
I mean, maybe not that agile. I suppose agile is a better word for it.
Okay.
I would say this is definitely risky. If you get a partial success, you'll make a sound. But you...
Full success.
Yeah. Yeah, you
sorry you had to see that, Cricket.
Cricket is like...
And thus begin Cricket's slow decline throughout the series.
No. Poor Cricket. So Cricket is very obedient now. He stops asking questions. And starts.
I point to an area behind a shit ton of boxes on a completely separate dock to where to drop the carriage.
Yeah, thanks
Hopefully
to the
where
fog.
Someone is waiting with horseshoes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the rest of the crew is by there, I guess. Audra and Salvage are there.
Mm-hmm.
So Salvage, give me a tinker check to expertly remove. Open up the crate, get the carriage out without damaging the crate, so you can seal it back up.
Gotcha. So, and I'm going to go ahead and employ the fine tinkering tools. Actually,
well, that just gives you better effect. It does not give you additional this. So,
I'm aware of this, Ross. I'm just letting you know I'm using it. So.
It is definitely risky because there's a very tight timetable here. I haven't put up a clock yet, but again, I'll say you'll attract attention if you get a partial.
Okay, so, and you said that Salty was with me, right?
I'm with you, and I will help.
Oh, yeah. Audra said, okay, yeah. All right, if I can get one more, that'd be great. Just literally put your hand here and don't move it while I'm disengaging this one bolt. That's all I need.
Mm-hmm.
Partial success.
Okay, so you do it, but you make some noise, and a guard is notice it. He's approaching the area where you're pulling off your subterfuge, so you need to silence the guard somehow before he raises the alarm. So, Audra, you're in a much better position to do this. How do you want to deal with him?
Oh boy.
I mean, Salty could pop in too. We haven't really established what he's doing at this instant.
I mean,
I don't have a way to like.
Sorry, what?
I don't really have a way to like. Can I don't know, scare him off with a tune, make him think it was just ghosts?
Yeah, you can use a tune. Yeah, that would definitely work.
Because ghosts is always the answer.
Ghosts are always the answer.
All right, so how do the ghosts scare him off?
So it's a guard.
Yeah.
It's ghosts of all the sailors he's murdered. Is this time it is a corrupt black site guard.
All right. Yeah. My fortune said I would meet my doom in the fog. And he runs off and hits his head on a crate and knocks himself out.
So, well, then I'll slit his throat after he knocks himself out.
Yeah.
Make sure he doesn't get up.
Slit his throat. Okay. Yeah.
Is there a particularly foggy area off the dock where something could slip into the water sightlessly with merely a splash?
Yeah, definitely. Especially with all this, the noise of the crew working to save the ship.
All right. Well, I yeet the dead crane operator off the crane. So old Crick can be like, I was just helping you guys out. I didn't see anybody up here.
All right.
Then I'm going to climb the crane.
Okay.
And then try and slide down the rope they're using to carry the carriage, I guess.
Okay. That seems pretty straightforward. And you guys pull it off. You manage to seal the crate back up. You have horses, so you don't have to turn the carriage on. And you can lead it away in the confusion. The fog muffles the hooves of the horses, and you manage to steal the carriage of clarity. So good job. You pulled off your first heist for this session. So you do have a couple days before the wedding, so you do have time for downtime. First off, we do the you have no payoff yet. Well, your payoff was you got the fucking thing. So good job on that. Yeah, I'll say you did get 2 heat. For some reason, the name Blind Eyes came up a lot in the investigation of what happened at the docks. So for some reason,
Hey, y'all,
I killed a sniper in the middle of the street, and no one said how cool I was when I did it. So I'm not going to stop harping on the brand recognition.
hey, look, haters make us famous.
Yeah, so looks like you're at that. Just put you at 2 heat though. So because look, I think you
I'm just imagining Salty in like sunglasses and a fur coat now.
Yeah,
haters make us famous.
All right, I will roll for the entanglements because stuff still happens. We've always done that, so I'm not going to do that one. Instead, I'm just going to do.
Birk, did you say the player hate his ball?
I did, yeah.
Oh, if only I could quote some of those.
Oh man, drinking out of a goblet in Duskfall is a very different vibe, though, than drinking out of a goblet in 2020.
Depends on where you got the goblet.
Yeah, it does depend on where you got the goblet.
Let's see here. I would say the Leviathan hunters want you to do a favor for them because you're +2 with them, I think. No, you're only a +1.
Do you know how I imagine Duskfall? How I visualize it?
How?
Like day 13 of Mardi Gras that never ends. Like, so it's like vaguely Victorian, like masquerade-esque party, but like no one's feeling it anymore, but they're still trying.
You really don't want to step in the gutters. Yeah.
Fuck the gutters. We don't even know where the gutters are anymore. There are literal ghosts now.
Let's see here. All right, so yeah, I would say the Leviathan hunters are wanting you to do a favor for them, and that favor is at some point in the near future talk to Ogre and get him to lay off on the Union. They've been making a lot of trouble between offloading the Leviathans and the dock workers who do a lot of the work. So there's a lot of tension between the two of them, between the two factions, and they want you to mediate it and just get them to chill out. So you don't have to do it right away.
Oh no, that sounds like union negotiation sounds like a whole different adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can,
yeah. We'll log that one for future. That could be future concern.
Yeah, it's not so if you do that, they will definitely like you a lot more. So that is your entanglement. So now we get to downtime. Audra will do you first. One of your downtime's already eaten up by preparing for the ritual.
That is correct. So
I assume you want to go snort some ghost cocaine.
Yeah. Might roll on some ghost molly. I don't know. Might mix it up.
All right, fair. Then go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, I just gotta get to the right channel.
Just stay away from the dust ketamine.
Yeah.
All right. 4.
All right. That'll do you. And that does not overindulge you, I imagine.
No, I'm back down to
1. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Flake, what do you want to do for your downtime activities?
I guess I will do I'll do my vice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll indulge an obligation, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, what's your second trauma, by the way? If you
reckless.
Okay, yeah.
Still living like I always played him. Nothing new so far, personality wise. Vicious and reckless. I just sort of assumed I was supposed to be all of these things before realizing how traumas work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll just do that. What do you roll for it? It's your lowest one, right?
Yeah. Minimum of 1d6. Yeah, because it's not really fun if you can't recover stress.
All right, I recover my stress. And then I would like to develop an asset.
Okay. Is it the dogs?
No, we have to do that wedding thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very concerned I will not fit in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to hire a dance instructor. I want someone to teach me dance in case someone asks me.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, roll 1d6 because that's your tier. You can.
Cool. Do we have any dancers amongst our filthy sea dog dock worker henchmen? We have one, kind of.
Stradler.
Yeah.
God, please let it be Stradler. Is this how he gets his groove back after breaking his leg? Stradler and Flake get their groove back?
Yeah, it's a tier 1 dance instructor, so it's a traveling musician performer at the you find at one of the local public houses. They can teach you some wedding dances. You have a whole dancing montage. You definitely know how to dance now.
Yes.
And they teach you some wedding etiquette as well along the way, how to fit in a wedding.
Rough.
Yeah.
If the session is not named how Stradler got his groove back, I swear to God, we're through. I'm never talking to you again.
Burn the entire friendship to the ground.
It does sort of belie the point of us being here if we don't name it that.
Yeah, that's fair. Episode 6. How Stradler got his groove back.
And other creepy calliopes.
Yeah. All right. Very well. So, Salvage. What do you want to do for your downtime?
First, I definitely want to get my that's like de-stress. So, indulge in my vices.
Yeah, you can go fondle that carriage.
Examine. Let's
say
be
fondle the carriage.
I mean, that's what his thing is looking at artifacts and stuff like that. So
I'm pretty sure the verb's not fondle, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had a large list of words you could have used.
that was not how I would have described that. Ross has a much larger vocabulary than that.
It's to relieve stress, though, so I think it is the right verb in this case.
Just go.
Yeah.
All right, so let me go ahead and roll that. All right, so I got 5 stress out of the way.
All right. No.
Oh, sorry, 2. I brought that work. So that was I just rolled a 1d6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because all your attributes are not above 2 or equal to 2. So you rolled. How much stress did you have?
Let's see. How much did I have?
Yeah,
6.
All right, you're down to 1.
Yep.
Now what are you gonna do for your second one?
All right. And I was reading just to make sure I was correct right now. If I try to develop something for this one, would that be still acquiring an asset, or would that be creating something?
Assets are one-time use. If you want to craft something, that's a long-term project. So
okay.
The
I was going to
rules
ask
are a subset. You already have the schematics of one thing because you're a tinkerer and you start out with schematics of one thing. So you can just specify what it is. But to build a thing of it, that's an 8 progress clock, and you can but the thing is you can keep doing it after you build it again. Like you can just keep cranking them out one at a time. So do you know what your schematic wants to be?
Well, I was going to try to do something to see if I could literally filter out whatever that's like a audio filtering device, basically earplugs that would filter out ghost vibrations. But
if you want that to be the one free schematic you get, that's fine, but you don't get other schematics you either have to find or get somewhere or develop on your own, which is another progress clock.
Yeah, which is fine too. So, but with the 8 progress
you
clock,
want your schematic to be the thing that is useful on this one heist.
Yeah, don't burn your free schematic on a one-time thing.
Okay, so I haven't had anything else here. So,
they have a bunch of lists of ideas in the crafting rules. Like the flamethrower is just one example, but like
saw that, yeah.
There are other things. So if you don't want to craft, that's fine. Yeah, crafting example.
I've looked at those right now. So before I was just thinking something specific for this one, but if it's not going to be available right now, I'm not going to worry about it.
Well, I mean, you would definitely not have time to build it because it's an 8 progress clock, and you would have to get even a critical is not going to get you 8 progress clock in one downtime activity.
Yeah. So I'll do that in this case, but I will see if I can work to reduce our heat a little bit. So
okay.
because I would like to make sure that this does not come back to us when we leave this thing on the wedding.
Sure.
How
are you
we
doing
bring it to the wedding. So, in this case, I'm going to see if we can maybe put a trail towards some that's like trail away from us. So
how do you do that?
Okay. Basically, I would say if
this was a movie, how would we see you doing this? Yeah.
So if I can use finesse to basically go around and maybe paper some, that's like leave a trail of other documents right now, and that's like indicating that somebody else took the carriage, or at least it looked like they did. So,
well, right now you've hid the fact that you stole the carriage. Remember, you sealed the box back up, but you could do it to set the fire. All right, you could physically plant evidence. That's fine. What faction are you blaming it on then?
Try to think of the other factions.
You are at war with the Foghounds. You could do them.
Yeah, let's do that. So,
all right. So you can plant some written notes. Hey, fellow Foghound, how's the fire going? How's our plan to set this thing on fire?
Okay, so yeah, I will go ahead and do that. And if I can roll finesse, basically planting it in a specific area or off of a. That's like on somebody of authority to basically say like, oh, we have evidence now. Let's go get them.
All right.
So, all right. I will make that roll. Partial success. Yes. So
well, it's a 5. So 5 will get rid of it because that'll just remove 2 from your thing. So you're at 0 heat right now.
Excellent.
So, yeah. They look at the Foghounds instead. So well, of course they would drop the name Blind Eyes. The Foghounds hate the Blind Eyes. We see through their deception. So yeah, definitely gonna have to deal with them pretty soon, or at some point. So
it's fine; it'll resolve itself.
Salty, what do you want to do for your downtime?
I will indulge my vice, and I'm taking immense pleasure from watching Salvage go to town on that carriage.
Yes.
A moderate amount of pleasure.
Yeah. All right. I like to watch. All right. So what do you want to do next? As your second downtime.
So I forgot, how do you like to increase things like insight, prowess, or resolve? I forgot. What do you do?
Train.
Yeah, train. I'll train.
Training prowess will get you 2 XP because of your cruise upgrade. Anything else will give you 1 XP in whatever thing.
Okay, train insight.
Are you getting XP in it? Good job. So let's see here. So yeah, you've had some downtime, and now you're ready for your next heist, the wedding. You know when it's coming up. You know where it is. It's a chapel in Whitecrowne, which is the hoity-toity area. It is very highly secure. Have lots of blue coat patrols, so you have to be very subtle, or social engineering, or totally subvert it. You know there's secret routes in your docks. There might be secret routes in Whitecrowne. You could probably find some sewers. Maybe, of course, you do have a fucking carriage-sized artifact to smuggle in, so there's that. Yeah. How do you want to do this? You have time to gather information before you go on the heist, the score. But
don't we have to just listen to it first?
Yeah.
You probably want to listen to it first. I'll just give that to everybody for free,
just to inoculate ourselves. So
yeah. So this is actually no dice rolling involved. The only question is, one, are you doing this all together as a group activity in your lair, or are you finding some place to do it in? You could rent a warehouse for 1 coin to and use your secret routes to put it in there without being seen. We're not going to worry about the logistics of that too much, but
I say we roll for it.
Okay.
1 through 3, we make it just a bonehead, and all listen to it together. And,
okay.
4, 5, 6, we are smart enough to go out separately.
All right. One at a time.
I don't know if everyone agrees to that, but yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
We probably don't want to do it just because we don't know how loud it is. It could be magically loud. So we probably don't want to do it in our hideout.
Okay.
So
we go to an abandoned lot, and I guess we listen to it one by one with a roll like that.
Well, you probably want to place with walls then. So you probably have to, if you spend a coin,
deep in our tunnels or whatever.
Okay.
Sewer calliope music. That's not going to
terrify the
shit out of everyone walking.
That's not the problem. The problem
All right.
is they don't hear it coming from our base. That's all that matters.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I just love the nightmare imagery of like the rich folk out on the veranda that hear the fucking Pennywise music rising from the Victorian sewer.
All right.
Like,
also, Salvage goes first because he has to crank it on. And so.
Yeah, he does.
Salvage. Let's see. Nope, it's not playing. Wait, hold on.
Are you trying to play?
This is bad. We stole the broken one.
I know. We do have the bad one. Hold on. Is this still? Am I still talking? All right, good.
Yes. Oh no.
All right.
God damn it.
All right. So as that starts playing Salvage, there's no roll possible. You have to reveal an uncomfortable truth, and say it very loudly. Now you did make your roll to. I rolled a 5 for the group. You did think to do it one at a time. So, Salvage, what uncomfortable truth do you utter to yourself for the benefit of our listeners before you shut it off again?
I detonated a hull once. So, because the fact of the matter is, it's like it would not stop. It would not stop trying to chase me or my dogs down. It was a blue coat one.
Okay, destroyed police property. Very valuable. And certainly an offense that'll get you in Iron Hook prison if they ever figured out it was you. Very good. All right, I'm not going to play the sound again for everyone, but who is going next?
I'll go.
All right, Audra. You crank the Calliope on, and you feel yourself to utter.
It has to be okay.
In this case, you're by yourself, so it's just a truth you're uncomfortable with.
That's fine. I'm glad my dad died before he retired because he probably would have successfully talked me into running the business, which I didn't want to do.
Damn. All right. Yeah. Very uncomfortable. But fortunately, there's no one around to hear it.
Hey.
Let's see here. Salty. You crank on the machine. You hear the music. And suddenly, you say,
I don't know.
Okay. Let's see.
Get back to me. I'll think of something.
Okay. All right. Flake.
I say that I tell everyone my father's dead, even though I don't know, because I don't want to deal with the thought of him still being in prison.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
I also say that aloud and say, I said that I don't want to do. I'm very open about my emotions. I like to express them physically.
Time to bond over daddy issues.
Hey, you're adventurers. That goes with the territory. Yay, murder hobos. Yeah. All right. So, Salty, when you think of one, we can.
I got one.
All right.
I feel bad for not feeling bad about thinking of Flake as only an asset.
Hey. Yeah. Yeah. I'm exploiting him. Is that bad? I guess it's okay. He's really good at murdering people.
I'm bummed out that it doesn't bum me out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That is something to be uncomfortable about. So now you're all immune to it. What do you, going back to what you're doing, gather information. There's a lot of information you can try and gather. Let's see, we haven't even given the bride and groom, names yet. So, we'll say it's of the Comber and the Dava family. And let's see here. It is Maria Comber with an O, and Clave Dava. So that is the bride and groom. So Maria and Clave. And they're very rich is all you know about them. You do have a blank invitation that will be accepted, and you can put whatever name on it that you want. And it is for a +1. So
is the gift supposed to be coming specifically from Lady Brogan?
No, there is the gift card you're supposed to put on it is from a friend of a friend. So Lady Brogan specifically does not want to have her name attached to this scandal. Yeah. So you were to leave her name out of this, or you'll all be killed by Inkblood the demon, supposedly. So good question. But there's a couple of approaches you can think of automatically. Obviously, one is just social engineer your way in and just bribe the servants or take out the servants, because the rich people won't care about the presents until it's the unwrapping time. So if you can secure the sort of freight door, you can just roll the carriage in. 2, you could put it in a big crate and have it hauled in there, so nobody can see it. That would probably be the most direct approach, and then just stay then as guest to make sure that nothing happens, and be sure that you have to turn it on manually. There's no timer on it right now, so and you also have to make sure the wedding happens. So, but it probably should happen, probably. So, that would be the most direct approach, but you can think of other ways in too.
I think Audra and Salty should probably be the guests. I don't think I'm going to read as noble.
Yeah, that's true.
We have a ghost practitioner and a Tucky boy, and then Salvage knows how to operate the terrifying nightmare carriage. And then I don't know how I'm going to work into this, but I'm down for suggestions.
I mean, you could be the teamster to shove it in there, because you're going to have to get that in the hall somehow, the wedding chapel.
Oh, yeah. Salvage and I could just be delivery guys. So.
Yeah.
So you go in and social engineer, and then Salvage and I will show up to the door and be like, hey, we got
surprise.
Yeah. You have documents, don't you, Salvage?
I do.
Yeah, well, clipboard them. Everybody loves a clipboard.
Did you already use your documents, though? Do you have 2 documents?
Oh, wait, no, I don't. So somebody would have to provide them for me.
Well, actually, everybody has it on their sheet. So someone else. Yeah. All right. So someone else can mark it off. Yeah.
I have no documents, so.
Aww.
Hey, where do you want to put the large wheelie musical cart?
No, it's on there. Actually, it's on your standard load. Like if you look on the right column, documents are there.
I have knives, more knives, a pistol, a second pistol, a large weapon, and an unusual weapon, various types of armor, various type of burglary gears.
Yeah, right above. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Documents?
Yeah, it's a standard thing. I think every single character has those.
We just have yours written in crayon next to it, so just official present.
Can I take documents then? I guess I'll have a clipboard then.
Yep. Yeah. So do any of you want to gather information, or you just want to cut straight to the wedding?
What's the venue?
It's a big church for the most official, richest religion in all of Duskwald. Which I don't know the name of. I forgot to look that up. But we'll say it is the
Duskthology.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Duskthology, yeah. Reform though. They're not orthodox. So it is there's a lot of lanterns lit up. It is brightly lit. There are light poles all around. It is people are in their finest dress.
I actually did want to gather some information before I went in there. I'm sorry.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I want to find out the name of one of the higher ranking members of the Frogborn.
The Frogborn?
Loghorns.
The Foghounds? The gang you're...
Sure.
Yeah. Are you talking about the gang that you hate?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Actually, you know the names of them automatically, I think, because you're at war with them. Let's see here. Their leader is Marguerite Vale.
I don't want a leader. I want like a lieutenant.
All right. There's Bear and Goldie. They're gang members. They have nicknames. They don't have like formal names.
Goldie sounds good.
Yep.
Can I find their actual name?
That would be the gather information check.
Yeah, I need to know their real name.
Sure. All right. How do you want to figure this out?
I'm going to consort at, I'll just say at the brothel, I'm sure.
Yeah. People
Probably
spill all
get the
kinds of
kind of
secrets
information there.
between the bed sheets. So go ahead and make a roll.
A 6.
Awesome. Yeah, it is. If you want to make up a name, that's fine.
Biscuit McGillicuddy.
That was a mistake on my part, but it's fine. Biscuit McGillicuddy. Yep. All right. All right. So yeah. So you know Goldie's real name.
Say it, Russ.
Biscuit McGillicuddy.
Thank you. And that'll be the name I'm writing down on the invitation.
Okay. So you're posing as Biscuit McGillicuddy. Okay.
Then I will be Mrs. Muffin McGillicuddy.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, very good. So, yeah, as I said, it's a very large wedding. It's obviously a big societal event. There's some. So as we begin, let us do the engagement roll to figure out how hard it will be to do this first part. So it's definitely daring. It's definitely a higher tier though, so that cancels out. So you're at 1 die. Do you have anything else going for you on your engagement roll?
We bring a fine gift.
All right, I'll give you an extra die for that.
Yeah.
You do have the wedding invitation, so you do have essentially a contact helping you. So I'll give you a 2d6, which is a 3. So that's a desperate position. So there's 2 groups. You're divided into 2 things. One is the servants, quote unquote, trying to get the carriage into the freight door, the side door, essentially, and then the McGillicuddies talking their way in with the invitation. Because while you have the invitation, the head butler isn't going to recognize your name, and he's going to be for some reason, really suspicious that you belong here. So he's going to quiz you about your bona fides and your connection to one of the families. So which group wants to go first and take that desperate role? Don't know everyone involved here.
I will.
All right.
With the butler?
Yeah, yeah. It's a
Butler's gonna greet us too?
No, you're the separate group. You're off on the side.
Yeah, we're delivery group alpha.
All right. So the butler, who is also named Jamie for some reason, is like, well, Mr. and Mrs. McGillicuddy. Yes, I'm afraid I know both the Comber family and the Dava family quite well, and their friends and associates, and I can't say I recall ever seeing you at any social function or your names ever being recalled upon. While this invitation does appear legitimate, I must ask you which family you are with. You are not on the seating charts. I want to, if you could be so kind as to elucidate me.
I sure hope Salty knows what elucidate means.
This is not acceptable. Someone of our stature being belittled by someone as lowly as you.
Yes, you've not answered my question. And I and why and what stature are you? What why?
We are the McGillicuddies.
I could ask anyone here, and I'd be very surprised if anyone has heard of you.
I'm sure the same is true for you as well.
Hey, Jamie! Oh, yes. Hello.
Fuck.
So, yeah. I mean, you can flash back to come up with some justification, but yeah,
Look, we already found a sitter for Little Gravy, and I just don't want to. Look, we have these invitations. They were given to us. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Who gave them to you?
Yeah, who gave them to us? I forget. You handle the mail, ma'am.
You call your own wife ma'am? Yeah, so this is going to be this really is a desperate sway roll.
Well, hold on. We can do some background prep flashback to figure out.
So 3 obvious routes are: 1, get somebody to vouch for you. So bribe or coerce someone who is a known guest to be like, oh, yeah, no, these are fine. 2, just double down on the fake documents and come up with some, I'm from Lockport. You haven't heard of me. I'm from the Lockport McGillicuddies. You know,
wait, I do. I have Jenna, my servant friend. She's probably here.
Yeah, but she's a servant. She wouldn't be able to vouch for a guest. Like, she might be working at the wedding. But
she could say she sent us the invitations on behalf of the family she's working for.
Well, that's still going to be desperate because you're asking her to risk her position. Her livelihood.
Well, in that event, we're always hiring.
Yeah. So, the what was her name again?
Jenna.
Jenna works for the Bowden family and might be able to do this. So that's still going to be how. So flashback, you're talking to Jenna, and she's like, "They not only could fire me, I could be arrested for this. I could go to Ironhook prison for this level of fraud and deception."
You will not go to prison, and if you get fired, we have a perfectly good position waiting for you. In the event you get fired, and it pays better than what you get paid now.
All right, this is still going to be a desperate sway check, but it's with Jenna.
You want to help that sway roll?
Yeah, of course.
What does that look like? Audra literally swaying just back and forth.
Got a 6.
Come on.
All right. That is a good outcome. So she agrees. She says, well, all right, I can get you. Okay, there's.
Just like stamp it with the house insignia, and that'll make it look official.
Yeah, I can do that. But if the Bowden family asks you, you need to. I can tell you some things
people
about
all the time. Just we were at a party.
Okay. All right. So you show them that with the family insignia, and he's like, well, I suppose if the Bowden family vouches for you, then I have many other guests. Please make yourself at home. We'll have to put you in the back, though, in the overflow section, because, we knew some people would show up we weren't expecting, but this is quite the large event, you must agree. So welcome to the Combo Dava wedding.
Easy peasy.
All right, get an experience point for that. Meanwhile, Flake and Salvage are at the side door of the chapel, or the back door, the double-sided doors where servants are moving supplies in and out for the wedding. And how is your carriage boxed up, or do you just have it as a carriage, or is it under a tarp, or how are you carrying it in there?
Does it look like it could just be a carriage as a gift, or?
I mean, it is quite elaborate. It is obviously a hull. It has, wires, and it is glowing a little bit with ghostly energy. No one's going to mistake it for anything else.
Yeah, fuck it. We gift wrap it.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, we are making sure this is elaborate. This looks like an elaborate, extravagant gift that is going through. And if we dare tear this paper, it's going. We have to tell
so so you can't push it on its own wheels. You have to put it on a sled or a something to push.
Yes.
Why can't we push it on its wheels? You can pop it in a neutral, right? Then we just have it wrapped wheels.
Okay, so it looks like
carriage shape.
All right, it is carriage shaped. People can tell it's a carriage, but
yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's fine,
but what's in the carriage?
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
All right, so
might be a puppy. I don't know.
Might be a carriage full of puppies.
Carriage full of puppies. Yeah.
Depending on how long it takes them to open it.
Yeah.
All right, so
Those puppies?
There's a very, very large woman in acting as sort of a overseer of this process, or barking out orders at various servants. You bring these in. You get these things out of here. She's watching the door, and she sees you all both coming up with this carriage, and is like, "What, in all the names of all the demons, are you trying to bring into my chapel?
His gift. I have clipboard.
So we've been told to deliver it here, ma'am.
Multipass. I hand her the clipboard.
All right. Normally this is way to just sweet talk your way through. The clipboard makes it possible, but it's going to be risky by normal. I would say if you give her a pouch of coins, it would be a controlled roll. And a partial success would mean she redirects you to another part of the chapel, or a fail means she tells you to get the fuck out.
What would it be to be command?
That would be more intimidating. Like, do you really want to question this? This is a really important gift. Blah, blah, blah. Just change your tone of voice, essentially. You can still use the bribe, too.
I have very important gift for bride and groom.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, is largest gift, and therefore is best gift. It would be best if you let me give gift to the rich man and the rich lady on the day of their nuptials, so that they are not upset with you.
All right. Are you bribing her, or are you just going to make it a risky roll?
I have no money, so
I'll bribe. I have a coin that I can put into this. So
okay. All right. Go ahead. That's controlled then. Controlled command.
All right. And how much is your command, Salty?
1.
Or Flake, sorry. Yeah, Flake. I'll 1. I will stress out and give you another dice roll.
Okay.
And I'll push myself. So 3 command. Wrong one. Gotta keep my threads together. There it is.
Yes. All right, a 6. She sighs. Fine, just get it in. We do have a very large thing. We can put some gifts around it, I guess. All right, just get it in here. You wheel it in there. It is quite hard to push in. There's actually some stairs, so you have to basically push it up some ancient stairs, but they're very low steps, so they've been worn down with age. So she gets a couple other servants to help you get it in quickly, there's just an amazing amount of hustle and bustle around. So. But now you realize, of course, you need to hang around for this. So you can make a prowl check, controlled prowl, to just lurk and hide. Prowl. You could use finesse to parkour into the belfry, essentially. Or you could social engineer your way to just hang out and eat some snack hors d'oeuvres before they're served. So yeah.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna, if that's okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get myself into the belfry using finesse. So, all right. And
you just look for an opportunity and you just start climbing.
Yeah. All right, and I'm gonna use my burglary tools just to make sure that if I get up there, I am well hidden and they won't be able to find me.
Okay. I would say then it's a controlled roll. You have plenty of time to do this, but. If you fail, you'll take stress.
Yeah. So, and that actually, I will push myself just a little bit on this to get an extra dice.
I will literally throw you above me. All
right. Thank you.
I will yeet you into the rafters.
Thanks, friend. Ow. Partial. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. You take another stress. It's your hand slips a few times. You almost fall. So it's stressful to climb up and just be like lurking above everyone, up in the rafters, essentially.
Look at
this very tall cathedral. I said it was a chapel. It's more like cathedral. I think a old medieval Gothic cathedral. They're tall. So Flake, what about you? Are you just leaving, or are you just gonna figure out a way to lurk?
Is there like a big cloak I could steal when I was back in the servants' quarter? I see our drapes I could turn into a cloak or something.
If you spend a point of load, you could just have that. I would say that's subterfuge supplies.
I'm out of load. All right.
In that case, you could make 1 point flashback. You can make a prowl check.
I'll just go hang out in the servants' quarters.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
load
ask
only-
you what you're doing.
Your load only fills up on a heist as you say you're carrying stuff. Like you don't always have everything with you.
Yeah, but I used 2 points of armor. Oh, so you get that back? Okay.
Yeah, but in between heists, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Then I do have a cloak, I guess.
Yeah.
I throw a cloak around me and I just stand next to the dance floor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you looking very mysterious. So Mr. and Mrs. McGillicuddy, you were seated, and eventually are you mingling? Are you trying to lurk, be wallflowers?
Is there an open bar?
There is an open bar.
Fuck yes. We live here now. New headquarters.
Are you drinking?
Yes.
Why else would I ask if there's an open bar?
Okay. Both of you give me resolve checks. Can you hold your liquor?
No, we can, Peyton.
Well, can your characters?
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah. I'd say 1 stress from drinking quite a bit.
Yeah.
Salty's the king.
Yeah, salty. Yeah, you don't even notice it. Yeah, it's pretty strong stuff, but yeah, you're fine. A member of the Bowden family does appear and says, yes, Jamie. I'm sorry. I'm Moreland. I'm the Bowden family. We've been so rude not to. Would you like to join a circle, Mr. and Mrs. McGillicuddy? I'm not. We're not. We're just a bit of a. We're not sure which of us. Moreland, by the way, is already quite drunk. We're not sure which of you know, and we have a bit of a wager going on about who you know and how.
Okay, I have a bit of a thing that should have occurred to me earlier.
Okay,
is we have an kind of these circles through the painter dude, and that whole thing that we helped.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, fellow. Yeah.
Yeah, Raffaello. Raffaello's there.
Sorry.
All right. Well, we'll just say that
because I'm just going to lie and tell people I'm a ghost consultant.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is
are you actually finding Raffaello to provide social cover for you?
Yes. Yeah, we run into him at the open bar.
All right. So Raffaello is there. He's drinking. He's not nearly as drunk. He's deep. He's like, what? Why are you? Is this? Wait.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. Hello.
Introduce me to all your fancy friends, and I will introduce you to a ghost later.
Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose. I of course I have my pocket sketchbook. Would I have need of it today?
Maybe not today. But it's important to always keep it on you. You never know.
Okay. Yes, and he looks at Salty. I don't know you as well. Maybe I was a bit focused on the art. Yes.
Perhaps you've forgotten our names.
Yes.
We are Biscuit and Muffin McGillicuddy.
The McGillicuddies, yes.
Yes. We helped you with some of your finest paintings.
Yes, you did. Yes. And,
remember?
Yes.
And ghost consultant, Muffin McGillicuddy.
Oh, I see. Yes. You were absent last time, weren't you, Mr. McGillicuddy? A little bit, I think. Were you?
No, I was.
Oh, you were there. Oh, yeah.
Possessed by other things.
Oh, I see.
He's my vest.
Oh. Well, yes. Well, I suppose. Yes. Join me. We're discussing whether a horse, how many horse souls it takes to equal a person's soul if you were to trap them in a hull.
Just remember, sell this, or we have a very temperamental child named Flake that you might have to babysit.
Oh, I see. Of course. All right, so yeah, Raphael provides you cover. He is quite happy to do so. Well, maybe not happy. He seems a little more stressed out now that you've appeared. He seems he seems very alert, looking all over the place.
Just continue to bribe his ghost fetish. It'll be fine.
All right. So the wedding eventually begins properly. It is like I mentioned, very elaborate. But as they do in weddings in the real world, they ask at one point. The priest asks, "Does anyone have any reason to object to this union? Please let them speak now, or forever hold their peace." And a woman stands up, quite indignant. "I object. I am Andrew, and I object to this wedding for slain Clave has done me wrong, and he has insulted my honor. He said he would marry me, and there's a gasp throughout the crowd, and all of you realize if this wedding doesn't happen, there will be no unveiling of gifts, and no carriage, and that's technically you're not paying back the favor, and yeah, so yeah.
So is this just is he just standing up in the crowd, objecting?
She is standing up in the crowd. Yes.
Drop a rafter light on her head.
Oh, well, I would say I have my blow dart. I have my blow dart gun, and I could just if I aim this right.
Yep. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
I could think of no better solution than the ninja blow darts.
Yeah, I would say this is risky finesse. This sounds like a risky or hunt, whatever's better.
Risky finesse, absolutely. Yeah. So,
all right. If you fail, who's that up in the rafters? A partial.
I fucking love the idea of does anyone object? Somebody standing up, and then just from the corners,
Hey,
and then they drop over dead like the guy from Raiders.
I want to signal Flake to get ready to just play the Calliope. Just tear the packaging off and play it if need be.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely go to act under. I'm gonna push myself on this one.
Okay. Yeah.
You get 3 dice, and is anybody else going to try to?
All right, I know what the complication's going to be. I know what the complication's going to be if you get a partial success.
Okay,
it's going to be.
I don't know how to help
though.
you on this, man. Aside from holding up a windage flag, or
I will just create a gentle breeze to guide that dart right into her neck.
Okay, so that'll be 14. And I am, and I'm just gonna put a bunch of trance powder. Well, no, actually, standstill poison in there, so she just freezes in place. So,
Salty, do you want to be up in the rafters with some binoculars spotting for him?
I don't. I want this to fail.
Good hit.
I also want this to fail, but
I want it to fail so bad.
Why?
It would be pretty funny.
It's very funny.
That's
a very funny thing to say we should do, and it's a very funny thing to not work.
Okay.
Get all the way around. So just go for it, man.
All right, let's do it.
It's funny no matter what.
Yay!
You have a 3 in finesse normally.
Fucking nightmare.
And she's paralyzed. Can't talk. Can't do anything else.
Salvage, you normally have 3 in finesse.
I have 2 in finesse.
Well, you could only get +1 die from pushing yourself.
Okay.
But he also got assistance from the Ghost Wind.
That's what I was.
So Audra was
it
spinning.
doesn't matter
Okay,
because the 6 is on the.
Yeah.
I ghost winded the dart into.
Okay.
The 6 is on the.
I thought you were joking. I didn't realize you were doing that. But that. Yeah. All right. So that works. Dart in your neck. She falls. Oops. She faints. Oh, she's fainted. Well, I guess she was drunk. It's fine. Don't continue on with the wedding. So. Yeah, that's one way to solve a social dilemma.
Nobody stops the music.
How do we not have a better reputation? Damn it. We just darted a woman in the neck at a fucking wedding. Like, I would not fuck with those guys. Like, they're everywhere. They're in the walls. Like, that's terrifying.
You see,
The curse of being too good.
your best work always happens before you go mainstream.
Meanwhile, the wedding proceeds. They're officially married, and they begin to open up the dance floor for the reception. And before they
we got that fire track. Don't worry.
Actually, Flake, if you're standing on there looking all mysterious in your cloak,
just next to the carriage. Kind of guarding it.
A few people come up to ask if you're dancing there. They're very intrigued by it. Do you?
I am.
Tell them you don't do request.
Dance instructor given.
Oh yes, could
job by organizers.
Yeah,
not the one you are thinking of, though. A different one.
Oh yes, could you show me your moves? I don't know who is this person approaching you.
I do a dusk volley and quadrille.
Ooh. I'll just roll a luck thing to see how well it is received.
Come on, I trained in everything.
Well, you're not going to embarrass yourself.
A
5, yeah, it's very well received. You actually get several dance partners who want to dance with you. As you show off your moves, it's quite jaunty. You're having a good time, Flake.
The guy you're not supposed to worry about at the club. He's just
I'm just sitting here at the
tall leper. Dancing with your girl.
Sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there watching as I see a woman collapse, and then I see Salvage duck into the shadows with a blowgun in his hand.
Yeah.
And now Flake is dancing a fucking waltz, and I'm like, what happened?
All right, so you're drinking pretty heavily, it sounds like.
Well, you never know.
Yeah. Audra Everfell is just talking about ghosts, like he just won't fucking shut up about them.
Yeah, and I got this guy just rambling about ghosts in my other ear.
Yeah. Also, Chiaroscuro, he is talking about painting techniques. How do you paint a ghost? It's really hard, it turns out, according to him. Apparently, Audra, you're a really good listener. Eventually, though, now it's the time to bring out the carriage. Because the gifts are being brought out. So who wants to actually, it will take both of you, two people to roll it out, unless you turn it on. So,
no, I got this. Flake can do that.
All right. Yeah. So Flake is very strong. So,
he's basically a horse.
So are you making a show of it? Or are you just like dramatically, or are you letting the bride and groom rip off the wrapping?
Oh yeah, they have to rip it off, and if they turn it on themselves, that's even fucking better.
Okay. The bride, the bride and groom being like, "Oh, you rip it off. No, you rip it off." And then, "Oh, we'll rip it off together." Over with. They rip it off together, and the crowd's like, oh, "Wow, a hall! Oh, a very large hall! Oh, how delightful! What does this do?" They turn to you.
It plays music.
Oh,
I believe.
Oh, play! Turn it on for us, then. Wait, no. What? It'd be cute if you did it, honey. Oh, it'd be cute if you did it. Oh, let's do it together. How do we turn it on?
I believe it is. Do I know how to turn it on? Because I saw him there. I had to see fucking Salvage turn it on, I guess.
1 point of stress will give you a flashback where you he sat down and like explain how to run it.
Perfectly fine. Well, I am just a common man, but I would do these 6 steps that I've written down on this paper. But I could not be sure. I believe there is a manual in back. I will go look for manual, but I bet smart people of royal blood could figure it out themselves. But I will be right back. You could certainly figure it. You very smart people. I'll be good. I just fade into the servants' quarters. Yeah, awkwardly, and I'm trying to now leave the premises of the building.
Okay, so you gave them accurate instructions, though.
Oh yeah, and
Okay.
now I'm just trying to get the fuck out before
All
the
right.
ghost bomb goes off.
By the way, Salvage, how good of a student was Flake?
So he got the basics of it. That's there's a switch right now. Don't do the other one. There might be a mild.
Okay, you definitely couldn't have me write the instructions down. I am completely illiterate. But I can carry a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I needed to identify 2 colors, or else there might be a slight possession risk. Slight.
I will tell Raffaello that he wants to have his sketchbook ready.
He gets it out. All right, so all of you will need to do something to get out. Well, I guess you of course you would have known. Flake, you are on the ground, so you can do that. So you start making your way out.
Yeah, I'm literally just going out back for a dart,
Yeah.
waiting to run back in and re-steal that carriage for the dock workers.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, that's right. You want to steal it back.
From Lady Brogan.
So it turns on, and it starts playing the horrible Calliope music, and everyone. It's slow at first, but it affects everyone in the chapel, and so there's just shouting. Apparently it's powerful enough that everyone's doing it one at a time so everyone else can hear it, and they're just shouting. Nobody's secret would be revealed, or nobody uncomfortable truths would be revealed if
they all talked over each other.
Yeah, if they all talk to each other. So it's a very potent effect.
Are you guys in there?
Yeah, I would imagine. Well, I don't know if you want to steal it back.
Are we immune because we already listened to it?
Yeah, you are immune to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Raffaello
Yeah, you just
certainly
need to
isn't.
be furiously scribbling on.
I'm above writing down.
Like,
intently.
yeah, like, can I borrow some pages out of the sketchbook? Thanks.
Yeah. So, what are your actions? So Flake is outside. Salvage, you're still in the.
And I'm in
rafters.
the rafters, essentially writing down notes about everything I'm hearing.
Yeah,
All right.
you guys should just assemble an asset called a literal book of secrets.
Yeah, I would say you get enough notes that you can act on that during downtime to try. So yeah, you have that potential. But yeah, people are realizing what's happening, and then there is a mass movement towards the carriage itself. Destroy it! Destroy the accursed thing!
Do I hear that?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty easy.
All
to
right,
see.
I'll run back up. I could not find the manual. What is wrong?
No, it's just pandemonium. It's basically turned into a riot at this point. People are screaming.
Oh, the music it's like a rite of spring thing. I shall remove. So I'm just gonna start dragging it away.
All right, that was probably wreck to pull it through the crowd despite any kind of well, you're gonna have to push it through people. Like,
No, I don't think that's going
you
to
want
stop
to
him.
assist me by blow darting strategically?
yeah, you could do some more blow darting. You do have base
Yeah.
layers of.
That extra
Yeah,
Oh God.
this is definitely risky though.
So
You're the
Yeah,
one who started
let's-
us down the alley.
No, you're just
you started.
assisting. You're just giving a die.
just sitting.
Keep
Okay,
giving
yeah,
one
okay.
stress, yeah.
Okay.
All right, good then. I don't
All right.
have much more. Like, thump.
Yep.
Ha
Damn. Yeah, you're you
I just
finally-
imagine a sea of paralyzed dancers
uh
falling and parting as I push a carriage through them.
yeah, by the way, both the bride and groom revealed that they are only marrying each other for power, that they hate each other and are plotting to undermine each other's families in a Machiavellian, Game of Thrones-esque intrigue. But knives are coming out, some people are fighting, some murs have been revealed, pistols are
That's
going
cool and all,
off.
but what was Raffaello's secret?
Oh.
That's all I care about.
Oh, Raffaello's like, I know Lord Skurlock's secret, that he is a vampire.
Yay.
Yep. He kind of
Should I stop and pick them up in the carriage?
Yeah, I'll hop on.
Yeah, I'll open it up. You guys can get in. I'll just keep pushing it away.
At this point, so Salvage, are you just going to jump onto the carriage at this point before it leaves?
Yes, I am. So, yeah,
all right, that's another finesse check.
We ride the secret Calliope to hell. Just we get out on some cobblestone. We hit the nos on that bitch, and we out. Just
all right. Yeah. Let's go ahead. 2d6. Partial. So
all right. Ow. That's going to be. Give me a prowess check.
Prowess check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Okay.
So resistance roll, I guess.
Yeah, resistance roll. This is resistance.
So it's 1d6 then if it. Okay. Nope.
All right, that's 3 stress.
That's a trauma.
All right,
you can change it to harm if you want.
Oh, I can't change it. Okay, yeah. Then can I go to harm then instead? Because that makes more sense.
Sprain an ankle.
The what?
Sprain an ankle or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Sprain an ankle. What's your lowest level harm that's open?
1. So because I healed up everything the last time.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. You sprain an ankle.
Ouch. Not again.
Yep. Weird. So all of you jump on there, and it is a self-powered carriage. It is like a steampunk carriage that can pilot itself. So it's basically a vehicle. Well, it is a vehicle. But you're gonna have some hot pursuit if you want to get it out of Whitecrowne. There's only one bridge in and out of this, unless you had your boat nearby, and you had to get it on your boat, which you could.
Salvage it on top, and I was pushing it from behind, so I'll just hop on the back and Salvage you drive, and GTC.
Yeah, GTC. Yeah. I mean, you're not really stealing it because, you'd already stolen it, so it's still stolen.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So now you need the blue coats are moving to intercept you. Blue coats on horseback and are trying to. It's a big chase scene essentially. So where is your destination? Where do you think you can lose the coppers? Are you trying to get through the bridge, or are you trying to?
We definitely got to get over the bridge and then to the docks, right? And then people can just like.
Well, you can have your position now.
I was moving this cart,
Whitecrowne is surrounded by water, so you could have your ship nearby, and if you could ramp off of it, you could get your carriage on the ship.
Yeah,
that's gonna be pretty.
I feel like the bridge is a much safer bet there.
Well, the bridge is a choke point. There's a security checkpoint there.
What's your idea, Salty?
Why don't if the blue coats are getting too close to us, we could just turn it on?
Yeah.
You can still have it blast on.
Just turn it on.
That's definitely going to reduce it from a desperate to a risky roll because they're definitely distracted by this. It's definitely
Can it drive and hoot at the same time?
Oh yeah. No, in fact, the faster it goes,
the louder fuck it. We're just streaking through the streets there, blaring secret nightmare music. Yeah.
All right. Salvage, you're driving this thing. How are you driving it? What is your approach to this in terms of piloting this?
What I have done is that I found the particular gears that it's essentially the other gears the hull uses with my tools, and I'm using those to override them slightly while hopefully Audra's in the back coaxing the spirit within not to resist it too badly.
Okay, so sure. You want to roll Tinker for that, I guess?
Yes, please. So that would be the much better roll.
All right, this is risky, because you're using the spirit. This is, guess what? You're getting a lot of heat from this part of the job.
Wonder why.
Yeah, weird.
All right.
I would just like to say that Salty is standing on top of the carriage, just ghost riding this thing. It's like dancing while you're blaring it while we're just riding down the road.
Oh God. And Audra, do you actually have any stress you can spend? Or
yeah. I don't help anybody. I got plenty.
Okay, cool. So, all right.
Ghost riding the whip takes on a different meaning.
Perfect success. We just managed to slide that. Right,
so you get a full success. You're getting through the streets. So you're navigating the wild streets of Whitecrowne. Everyone though will have to make a prowess check because it's forcing them to fire to yell out uncomfortable troops, but that doesn't interfere keep them from shooting pistols at you. You're all getting fucking shot at. This
All
is a
right.
resistance check.
So it's prowess.
Yeah, prowess to avoid taking damage from bullets.
I think Audra should get an extra die for being inside.
Oh yeah. I'd give you that. Yeah.
Look at
5.
me. Look at me
So
with my
one
teamwork.
stress. So it's 6 minus your highest number, or take
Okay.
a wound.
No, I'll just take the 1.
Yeah, or you could spend an armor to negate it if you have load available.
No, it's not worth it.
All right.
You know what? I will, just because I think this is kind of closing in on the end. So
Yeah.
I'm complete. So
Yep.
yeah.
All right. Salty,
What?
you want to roll prowess?
I can. Yeah.
With a 6, do I just avoid, or can I rudely gesture as well as avoid?
Oh yeah, you can definitely rudely gesture.
I'm definitely rudely gesturing. Ooh,
All right.
that's not. It's not
That
great.
is 5 stress, or it's going to be a level 2 harm as you get gut shot. Or you could spend an armor if you have load available.
you certainly do.
Yeah, I will use armor.
Okay. Do you have armor in your build? I think. Yeah, you have
I
armor.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
All right.
you always got to bring your plate carrier to a wedding. You never know how
Yep.
shit's going to go down.
this sound, yeah.
Salvage, did you roll for prowess?
Yes, I did, and that's when I had my injury, right? 'Cause I
No,
rolled- I
this is
rolled
a
it.
new
This
one.
is for being shot
I'm
at.
being shot at, but
Yeah,
Oh.
the blue coats are like just unloading. They're just like,
Oh God!
stop
All right.
that thing. Bam.
This ain't gonna be good.
All right.
Nope.
That's going to be
Also
5
not
stress
good.
or a level 2
Might wanna-
harm.
might want to
Yeah,
spend that
well,
armor
okay,
if you got
okay.
it.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I do. Thankfully,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, you want to spend that.
yep.
All right. So that's probably all your loadout at that point, I would guess, because you've been,
Yes.
you had the fucking blow darts and all that other shit too.
Oh, the blow darts.
All right.
Again, if we get these illustrated by Patsy, and this isn't the art of just some lady and like
Yeah.
a fucking powdered wig going down with a dart in her neck.
Okay, so the last thing to get free before you can get clear of the blue coats is getting through the security checkpoint. They're closing. They have a gate at the bridge, and they are obviously closing it because you're. Guess what? You're making a lot of fucking noise, and it's a very long bridge. So while you're being peppered by
How are they closing it?
it's like a metal gate, and it's an automated mechanism. They can just have a little ectoplasm machine that can turn it on, close it, and so think
Is there anything I could grab to help?
You said an ectoplasm machine?
yeah.
Ghost field overload that shit.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
There we go.
nice.
Well, if you get a critical, it'll blow up, and the gates will be totally done.
Yes.
All right. So you stop the gate. It's partially closed though, so there's going to be a tight squeeze.
Gotta
So-
ramp it.
Yeah, you got to ramp it.
Are there like stalls or anything nearby?
Not on the bridge. This is like a clear.
I mean,
bridge.
heading towards the bridge.
Before you get to the bridge, yeah.
Can I grab one?
What are you trying to grab? This is
Like
a high end district.
a
so
large pole that supports a stall or a tent by the roadside?
reaching out and grabbing that would be. I would say you could do that for 1 stress.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. So what do you want to do with the pole then?
Move to the front of the carriage and like it's just Lancer the gate open. Like,
Okay.
yeah, just sort of.
All right.
Have you ever seen the general kind of that? Yeah, just
I'm just gonna make this
trying to
a
get the rail
prowess
tie
check.
off the track with the rail tie.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make this a resistance check for you. This is not gonna feel great. You're putting a lot of it's like jousting. It's gonna put a lot of stress on your body, and you could get injured.
Yeah, that's fair, but it should make the roll easier for the.
No, I'll
driver.
just say you can knock it down with a successful.
okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that wreck?
No, it's a prowess. It's going to be another resistance check.
Okay, I'm even better at that. That's
You're just taking some stress from it, unless you get another 6, which you could because you're rolling a lot of dice for that.
Hey.
All right, the pole shatters. The gate is knocked down. You're able to get through, and nobody can catch up to you.
I'm like Knight in Story.
Yeah. So it'll come down to the last thing. The one more tinker check to basically get it into a concealed position, so no one will figure out where. You have to shut off the music, round some corners, and essentially lose them. Can you lose the heat? Can you?
I will
Yeah.
ghost fog assist.
Okay. So adding the dice onto that.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is risky.
All right. Let's open it.
So if you get partial, you get you succeed, but you'll take stress.
Okay, yeah, so I did take a partial, so
you take 2 stress.
And that puts me right at the edge of trauma.
Do you take a trauma or not?
No, I don't. I'm just right on the edge of taking one, so.
Okay. So you've parked it, essentially, at a place where nobody sees where it went, and nobody's looking at it, or at least nobody who knows. The only people who see your, like, street urchins are like, I'm just gonna look over here. I'm not here. So, yeah.
Hey, guys. Can we just steal a haunted bagpipe the next time? I think that would be easier to get through the city.
Well, you stole it back, so you have a haunted carriage now.
Well, no, we give it to the union.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, you can arrange it to the union, to give it to the union. You get 6 heat from that. You pissed off a lot of people. So you're, for some weird reason. But the union, actually, I would say that would pay for the favor if you just want to say, hey, be nice to the Leviathan hunters. Here's that carriage. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I mean,
All right. So that takes care of that.
Yeah, you can get them later once you have the magic calliope that makes them tell you their secrets. Just
let's see here. All right. So the Leviathan hunters are, you get a +1 status with them. So that puts them at 3. So you're allies with them. They like you. So that's good. But yeah, you complete the job. And Lady Brogan's quite happy. The scandals rock the aristocracy and the rich of Whitecrowne. And the turmoil, the gossip, oh god, the papers print a special edition of the wedding gossip, of all the things that were heard. People
definitely develop a literal book of secrets as an asset. Yeah.
All right. So we have time to finish up with one more set of downtime. So you're at 6 heat. Let's go ahead and roll that entanglement. 1. Awesome. Let's see here. Flipped. Or interrogation. Let's see here. I will say... Alright. Actually, I'm going to say interrogation. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'll roll 1d4. Alright. Salty. The Bluecoats managed to grab you the next day. How did they manage to capture you?
I was probably just walking down the street.
Okay.
And they nabbed me off the side of the road.
Okay. All right. So they grab you and they want to know about your crimes. So you can either pay them off with 3 coin, or they beat you up, or you tell them what they want to know, which gives you +3 heat.
What crimes? I've done nothing wrong.
Oh, they know. They're really pissed. They need to pin this whole incident at the Whitecrowne Chapel on someone, and your names came up. Someone matching Flake's description was seen there. Where is Flake? He's a very distinctive looking person.
Well, I think you should probably look at the Foghounds. Some guy named Biscuit McGillicuddy, heard what he was involved.
Well, are you so you're telling them what they want to know?
Oh yeah, straight up. I'm telling them Biscuit McGillicuddy that's like the name I kept hearing that was involved.
All right.
And his wife too. Wind
up actually that will be good because your heat now rolls over. You're at wanted level 1. All right. Your heat is now 0 and you're wanted level 1. So okay. So yeah, you rat on the Foghounds, but they'll be really pissed. So if you don't deal with them next session, you have to deal with the consequences of being at war with them, which I will. I don't see it right here, but basically it reduces your tier temporarily. and they'll start going after your claims. So, but yeah, we can deal with that next session. So, downtime activities. We'll start with you, Salty. What do you want to do? I imagine you want to reduce stress.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do 1 for that.
Okay.
Yay, 4 stress.
All right. What do you want to do for your second one?
I will train insight further.
Okay. Gain another experience in it. Let's see here. Flake, what do you want to do?
Vice.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's not a bad roll. That's okay. I'll take it. And then I will train resolve.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. Everyone's really in self-improvement. Audra, what do you want to do?
Sure, stress first.
Mm-hmm. So 5.
Yeah.
Oof. You acquire that asset, really develop those blackmail things. Actually, you know what? I'll give you since you were there, I'll give that as a one-time. You do get the blackmail book as a free asset for the group, so you can activate that once. But you can develop more and spend more time developing it and having it ready to go if you want to develop another set of actionable blackmail.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you all right?
Can you only train insight, prowess, resolve? You can't train your playbook. The playbook only comes from.
No, you can do it on playbook as well.
Okay. Because if I train one into playbook, then XP from this session should level me.
Yep. Well, there you go then.
I'm gonna do that.
All right. Let's see here, and finally, salvage.
Definitely going to go ahead and indulge so I can actually get some stress down. Okay, only 3, and I'll go ahead and do it again because as much as I want, I really stressed out this turn.
Yep.
So might over indulge, but that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So right down to 0. Thank God. Okay.
No, you would. You were at 7, so you overindulge.
Yeah. Oh, I've overindulged. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yep. You're right. So nope, I overindulge. So.
All right. You get to choose. Let's see here. I would actually. No, wait. I get to choose. I will say, yeah, you talk about it to some of your purveyors of artifacts about how, oh yeah, no, I saw the carriage of clarity. Of course I did. I was the one piloting it. It was fucking great. It was amazing. So you gain another 2 heat. So you're at 1 at level 1, heat level 2.
Okay.
That'll be fine. Be fine. And then the next day, Salty gets picked up by the blue coats for a bit. Well, of course, I don't know if anybody knows that he got picked up because he kind of ratted on other people out. So, yeah.
I don't tell anyone anything.
Yep. So it was fine. It was fine. By the way, your wanted level is only cleared by incarceration. So, someone or you can do a heist to frame someone else for it. But
that's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
No, that's the correct solution.
Yep. Let's see here. Yeah. So yeah, basically entanglements will get more severe now. But anyways, yeah, that ends the session for that. You guys didn't make any money, but you kept the demon from, doing shit to you. You have a powerful friend in the Leviathan Hunters now. The Union and Lady Brogan. Well, obviously, you could blackmail her to get some money because you don't know how much ink blood. Or you could contact the demon, try and get more ops, or you can go back to smuggling artifacts for the Deathland Scavengers. So, but yeah, you gained a lot of experience and favors. So, yeah.
The most important thing is that Vimes owes us a favor.
Yeah, that's true. Vimes definitely does.
So yeah, cool. I did dangerous things at least twice, right?
Yeah,
with violence and coercion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
I made a desperate roll.
Yeah, more desperate rolls are coming up more often.
Hey, I said something about my daddy.
Yeah,
Is that my background?
Yeah.
And I taught Raffaello about ghosts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, definitely addressing challenges with technical skills or mayhem.
Yeah. Lots of mayhem. Yeah. It was fun. I liked, Caleb's idea for the wedding thing. So just what about something to make them roleplay? I know. It makes them tell the truth. Uncomfortable truths. So that
Hey, you know who got out of that?
Yeah.
Blow Dart Lady. She
Blow
couldn't
Dart
talk.
Lady. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She was asleep.
Shit don't work
Oh,
on you if you're unconscious. Really, we
fainted.
did her a favor.
You did. Yeah.
Yeah. Before
She
she
might be the most
threatens
powerful
litigation,
word in that school
you
now.
should think about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that ends the session. Well, what criminal shenanigans will they get up next time? You'll have to listen to find out. We'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.